Hi YouTube and welcome to another video. Thank you for joining me today. I will read the word of the Lord, which is going to come from my Proverbs word search book. And the word of the Lord is coming from Proverbs 1:20, and it says, "Wisdom calls aloud outside. She raises her voice in open squares." Proverbs 1:20, and that's taken from the New King James Version of the Bible. So I'll go ahead and get to the projects that I came to show you. Um, I have been, remember the circles that I showed you guys? These were some circles that came from the inside of some jewelry boxes that I was making. So, what I did was let me see if I can get this to come apart. Yeah, here's the part right here. I've been going through my fabric scraps, so I put fabric on one side and it's just the plain wood on the other side, but I masked both sides and I put the fabric side down. So this is what I'm cutting out of those. I'm cutting out these little phone stands, so you can put your phone in here and it does cause your phone to stand up. So I'll put some key findings right here and I'll give them out to customers who buy stuff when I go to in-person events. And I'll show you what the back looks like, but it has my phone number on it. That's why I covered that part up. But it just has my business, Lacey Enterprise, and then it'll have my phone number on it. Because I have an Etsy, but I wasn't sure if I want to put my Etsy because right now I don't have anything in it. I plan to put stuff in it, but it's just with my sister being in the hospital and still very sick, I just have not got around to it. So it's kind of late here, so I'm crafting late in the evening. So I really like these, so I have a bunch of them already um, covered with fabric that I'm going to engrave on one side. So what I do is I put the engraved side up, engrave, and then it cuts it out. And so I already have this one. I have to mask it. It's already masked on this side, so I have to mask it on that side. Oh, you know what? This was masked. I do take that back. This was masked. Because I mask it because I didn't want the jewelry box to have smoke marks. But I painted this side. I put fabric on this side, and then this side is masked and it's just plain wood. And then I put fabric on this one and it's already masked, so I'll mask that side and put it in the Glowforge. And then this side wasn't masked, so I went ahead and masked it. I might put some tape, some masking here and here. It just depends on when I put it in the Glowforge if it's going to get on that, because I don't like my wood pieces to have smoke and soot and dark spots on it. So when I put it on here, it looks like I will need to put a little bit more masking there. And then on this side, well, I won't need any masking on this side because it will cover the whole side, but on the other side I'll need to put a little bit of masking. And so sometimes I'll save like little pieces like this that came off of something else, and then I will use this to mask bits and pieces. So let me see if this one will even fit. It will fit up here. Let's see. So I'll just take these little pieces and I will use them to mask. I use them to mask what is not masked on the one side. And then I'll cut this side down. Like I said, I cut this side down in the Glowforge. Because sometimes when I Mod Podge fabric to wood, what happens is the paper flies all over the Glowforge, and I'm always afraid it's going to catch on fire. So I put this side down. And see, I just covered it with all those little pieces of wood. I'll put that side down. This side will cut out first, and then it will also engrave. I probably will cover up these other little pieces on here as well. The part that's going to engrave, just to make sure that I don't have any kind of like little smoke areas. So next time I'll make sure that I don't um, wrinkle up my masking tape, but I'll kind of press it to the other side so they'll meet and stick together so that the whole thing is covered. And then I'll put that in the Glowforge to cut it out. What else I wanted to show you, I made this on the Glowforge. This is a tier tray, and it has acrylic in it. I really like it. My husband left me a note in it. It says, "I appreciate you. Have a good night." But this, I really like this. And I don't know if you guys remember, but, uh-oh, my little heater popped on. These are the, let me see if I had these in the haul. I got them from Hobby Lobby. They were regularly $3.49. I think some of them were $2.99 or something like that. But they increased the price because I think the other ones say $2.99. But then they clearanced them out for 87 cents. So I bought all that they had. And I think it was like 4 or 5 of them. I can only find 3 of them. So that is what these little pieces are for. But the problem is the little screws on the bottom of them, they're not long enough to do everything that was supposed to be done with this tray. Because this piece was supposed to be put on the inside of the large one. And this one says thankful. And let me see. And this one was supposed to be put on the side of the middle one. And it says grateful. And I was just playing around with it because if it would have worked out, I was going to stain this wood and put it in there because the pieces were supposed to be clear. And if you notice on the bottom, I have like a tan color. So I'll probably do something else with this clear because this is not going to work. I'm going to need to find pieces that have a longer screw base so this piece can fit in there. These pieces couldn't fit in there. This one says blessed, but I wasn't able to fit them in on top. So they're supposed to go between the bottom tray and the clear is where those little cutout pieces are supposed to go. And it's going to be very nice. But I have to find some other findings, probably, which is why Hobby Lobby clearanced them out. Probably because even if they were for like the resin trays that they had, or they had like resin, they had some resin where you can make resin trays, and it probably wasn't, the screw probably wasn't even long enough for that, which is probably why they clearanced them out. But I really like how it came out, and I really wish the screws were long enough so I can kind of like make the whole tray. The only way I would be able to do it according to how they have it is I would have to put maybe just, no, I wouldn't even be able to do that. So no, I'll have to just find some more, I'll have to find some more tray stacks with the longer parts on it. So I'll probably dismantle that and do something else with the acrylic and possibly the wood. I won't be able to do anything with the circles. And what else am I working on today? Also, I saw LaserDesigns the other day, and Dimps was making a sleep mask. And I have had 2 patterns with sleep mask hanging on my wall for probably a year. So I was like, oh, I'm if you can see behind me, I'm sorting through my fabric. So I have some of my fabric sorted here, and I have lots of fabric. I've been sorting fabric for a couple of days because I have lots of fabric. So I've been setting pieces to the side, thinking that I would make some of these. So I haven't made any yet, but I want to. But I thought, maybe I'll make myself a template and cut it out on the Glowforge, because you can trace this on the Glowforge. Where the problem comes in when you trace these things on the Glowforge, if you didn't cut it perfectly, the Glowforge, all these little jaggedies and where you see white and it's not fully black, the Glowforge is going to come through and it's going to cut that. And you see how this got wet and wrinkly? So it didn't wouldn't lay flat, and it didn't cut flat either. But I'll show you what they did. I couldn't find the other one because I had two different shapes from two different, this one comes from Hello Sewing, and the other one I can't remember, was from Treasury or something like that. But I have the pattern for that I put in the Glowforge, but I couldn't find it. I think it fell on the floor. But so I cut this shape out, but as you can see, it's all kind of like jaggedy right there because of it looking at what you cut out. So it didn't, it cut it kind of jaggedy all around. If you can see that, I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, it's all jaggedy. And then this one, is it even? I'm not even sure if it's even, but yeah, so I'm gonna try it out. And then I had that, I think I came and showed you guys when I made the acrylic for, I was gonna make earrings out of it, but this one I put glitter on it, and this glitter is kind of rough, so I wouldn't cut out anything and sell it to anybody. But also, what I noticed when it cut it, the glitter was kind of like sticking off of it. So it's not something that I would use anyway. But I said, well, maybe so I don't have to throw it away completely, I can use it for cutting, use it for like tracing and cutting out the mat. So that's what I did. I used the trace feature and cut this shape out too. This was a different mask, but I couldn't find it when I finished cutting it. I don't know. I think it fell on the floor behind the Glowforge or something. But so I cut these two shapes out. So I'll play around with them. If you can see, they're different shapes because this one's taller. And then I think this one has like a little smaller indentation in there. And this one has a wider one here. So I'll cut them out and play around with it to see if I could get it to do what I want it to do. If not, what I might do is put it in the silhouette, trace it in silhouette, and see if it will trace nicely. And if it does, then I can upload it into the Glowforge and cut it that way as well. Because me trying to trace it didn't go so well. But that's all I have for you today. My sister's still in the hospital. So I'm still just believing God that he's going to heal her. She's not doing the best, but she's not getting worse. So if you're praying, just continue to pray for her. I really appreciate your prayers. And you just continue to pray for me as I continue to pray for you guys. So I just thank you. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Sorry I'm not so super upbeat today. It's just been a long process, sleepless nights, tired, just the whole nine. But thank you, and God bless you. You have an awesome and amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye-bye.